Oh, I've always loved sitting in a warm spa. You know, after a long day of work, there's just nothing better. It's like kryptonite for your mind and for your brain. You just find yourself melting away the stresses of life. In fact, your problems seem, well, not so overwhelming. So if you're not already familiar with our system, you're probably wondering, what in the world is a Twirlybyrd? Well, back when I was selling swimming pools, I wanted more than anything to sell a custom spa jet that delivered real hydrotherapy. You know, the ones like a fiberglass spa. But because those types of jets are so complicated to install, I stuck with what was easy, an eyeball. I knew it wasn't the perfect solution, but I also knew that I couldn't babysit every installation. There were simply too many pieces and too many variables to make those jets work. So when the time came to build my own spa, I was determined to make sure I had great therapeutic jets. So I installed some custom jets because I knew I could control the installation and could guarantee that they could come out perfect. In fact, I really wanted these jets to come out right, and so I did 4 jets per 2 horsepower pump just to make sure that the jets were strong enough. Unfortunately, I forgot to train and prep my crews well enough that they would know how to install the jets, and so I found myself jackhammering out my own spa because they didn't come out right. So eventually I got my jets working fine and I got my real hydrotherapy. But it drove me crazy for the next couple years trying to figure out why jets were so complicated. I wanted a simple installation that wasn't complicated, that was like an eyeball. And so I determined over that Christmas holiday that the next couple of weeks I was gonna take and figure out how to make a therapeutic spa jet that was as easy to install as an eyeball, but had all the benefits of hydrotherapy. So what I came up with is Twirlybyrd. So on the return line, instead of measuring and cutting pipe and making sure O-rings are lined up like you do with other custom jets, your plaster applicator simply cuts off the stub, and instead of using an eyeball, he'll glue on our universal housing, which glues onto 1 inch or inside 1.5 PVC. However, after having over 1,000 installations in the field, we know that using 1-inch tees is the way to go. And I'd highly recommend you watch our other video that goes into more detail about why that is. So to sum it up, here's the 3 greatest things about Twirlybyrd. Number 1, our housing is universal. So it doesn't matter what color PebbleTech your plaster is, it's the same housing. So if you're a plasterer, you've just simplified your inventory. If you're a builder, it means that just because your customer can't make up their mind about which PebbleTech color they want, doesn't mean that you have to be worried. If they choose a different color the day of installation, no problem, simply change them out. Which brings me to number 2. Customizable. You can pick whatever massage sensation makes you feel great. So if you're a big dude, pop in a deep tissue. It's our strongest one and most similar like an eyeball. If you're a woman who just wants a soft, subtle feel, put in the soft string. And the simplicity of Twirlybyrd is that you could just do all deep tissues. They're gonna look 10 times better than just an eyeball, but you'll have the ability to upgrade them later. And number 3, our fittings look awesome. Our flow pattern gives off the same spectrum as any other custom spa jet, but they're about half the size. They sit completely flush and have a really clean finished look when installed. Now our jets are going to require more GPM than what you're probably used to. So you're either going to have to install less jets, get more efficient in your plumbing, or add more power back at the pump. But either way, your customers will be glad you did so. I hope you'll try Twirlybyrd on your next few projects and help your customers discover how to build a better spa.